Wrongness or consequences with our kids in order to teach them to do things differently. We don't teach them the values that are underneath. We're only trying to hammer the behavior into them. You know, when I was young, when I was very like 9 years old or something, I stole something from the pharmacy at the mall down the road. And when we got home, my sister told on me and I got in trouble. Of course, I got in trouble. My parents sat me down. Why did you do this? What were you thinking? And I had consequences. And then they marched me back to the store and made me apologize. And I felt so much shame in doing that. It felt terrible, awful. But I didn't feel bad about stealing it. I felt bad about the spectacle. I felt bad about the force. I felt bad about the wrongness that was being heaped upon me. And what happened from that? I ended up stealing for years and years and years. It wasn't until my early 20s that I had kind of an epiphany of conscience and realized that this wasn't what I wanted to do with my life. Because geez, I'm just fortunate I didn't end up in prison or worse, you know. And so what I want to encourage you to do, when your kid steals something, when your kid does something, not just stealing, but anything they do that's out of alignment, don't approach them with wrongness. Don't approach them with consequences. Approach them with open-minded curiosity. When my kid stole $20 from her uncle, she came home and the first thing she did was tell me because she feels so safe with me. And we were able to process it together. And I said, how do you feel about that, kiddo? I didn't say, how do you feel about it? I said, how do you feel about it? Because I wanted to know how she felt about it. I actually wanted to know so that we could be on the same page and we could look at it together. I had real curiosity and she felt so safe with me. And in the end, she decided to return it because we explored her feelings about it and it didn't feel right to her. But if I had told her it wasn't right, the only thing she would have learned was that I thought it was wrong, right? And if I had given her a consequence for doing it or made her shamed, then I would have been the obstacle, not the guide. So shift your mindset away from consequences and wrongness and be there with your kid non-judgmentally and openly. It'll transform everything.